Fagelian. Good morning, I have a slightly asymmetrical face, and today I've got a special game for you on Death Row. We've got Steiner from Steiner's Counter-Attack playing 8th US Infantry up against Big D playing Berlin Command, which isn't a division you see very often, although this week I have 3 videos with Berlin Command, and we're on Death Row, so we'll go through the deployments and then we'll cast the game. So on the left here, well, let's just do the forward deploy stuff first. So, Big D, interesting decision, just sort of abandoning this side. Doesn't want anything there. So, we've got a sniper team going over to here. We've got some B team going quite aggressively to here. That is quite aggressive. And, well, I guess 8th Infantry doesn't have any forward deployed, airborne forward deployed stuff, although this is recon forward deployed. Fox behind it to support the B team. On the right, we've got some chocolate eclairs. They're going to here, and the Fox is going to here. And on the far right, we've got another B team going to this building. Behind that, on the left, we have RAF rifles going to here, Minstrel going to here, Berlin light rifles going to here, Milan 2 going to here. So really quite stacked up over here. And then 2 P4 Milans, one going to here, one going to here, and then a CV going to here. So really stacked up on like this is the main thrust of his attack. And then on the right, we've got a P4 CV just going to the right point there, and then Berlin light right. Well, so 2 Stingers, they're going to there. Interesting decision to like that's not smart. You wanna unload it like here as opposed to driving it over there, but it depends what the enemy has. I mean, 8th doesn't really have something like an AMX-10, but if they did, all this would die. So yeah, Stingers unloading there, and then Berlin light rifles unloading there, and an AMX-30B, pretty good. It's on fast move, not attack move, which is interesting. So this is a 9 armor vehicle with an autocannon. It's basically good at fighting infantry, fighting IFVs. So yeah, that about does it for Big D. Over here, we've got Steiner's counterattack here to relieve the encirclement of Berlin, and he's sort of had the same idea of as his opponent. I don't know what's going on, but these guys, they just don't want to fight over here, so nobody's going over here. And we see interesting. Okay, so what is that? That is 1 M60 CV, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 M60A3 tanks backed up by 2, 4, 5 Pivads, and a Kanj PZ and a Recon Bradley. So big vehicle blob, and he's going into the forest where you don't want the vehicles. Okay. I mean, if I was him, I'd attack over here. Obviously, we know that red isn't really here, but even so, you want your vehicles in the open. You don't want them in the forest. And then in mid, we got 1 Pivads and 1 tank CV, and the tank CV is not even going to the middle. Go to here. So I'm going to cast it from this perspective because this is... I love Steiner. I love Steiner's counterattack. So I'd like to take this time to thank the channel sponsors, the paid channel subscriber dudes. 1 channel membership for 1 month is worth 2,000 video views because of the way the advertiser revenue works. So if you want to help out the channel, or if you're just feeling bad about running your ad blocker, you could subscribe for 1 month and then cancel it, and you would pay for about 5 years of yourself. So Big D also bought Harrier rocket jet here. This thing's pretty good. The rocket resupply cost is 3 minutes, which is reasonable. It used to be like 5, so it was pretty crazy. It was like 5 to 10 minutes, but 3 minutes a bit more reasonable. And this can also be used to snipe helicopters because of how slow it goes. These 240 rounds, it's not a lot of bullets really. It can be used. First minute income. Steiner buys an F-16C fighting Falcon AA, which isn't very good. And he's not using his range advantage. He's not using his range advantage. He's not even right-clicked on him. He's just... Come on, Steiner. Now, if he'd right-clicked on that, that'd be dead. But instead, he's just leaving it, and it's just AFK flying in circles, gets 1 missile off, doesn't pursue. That's a shame. Bit of a waste there. Could have got a kill. Could have got a 155-point kill and basically immediately paid for yourself. Oh, well. So, Big D, he's got the mid, and Steiner now just running his one tank up by itself. I'm more interested in what's going on here, because there's not actually a lot here, but I guess he's got a CV in there, so he would take the zone. This guy just flying around, eventually gets hit by a minstrel. Or it might have been the Stinger. Yeah, it must have been a Stinger, there are no minstrels. And, blimey, did he even get one rocket off? Blimey. Oh yeah, he did, because he hit that Kanj PZ, which was put at the front. Whoa! So, tank comes in, might be able to kill one or two things, and he's just going ham. Ah, you gotta love it. This is actually what would have happened in, if Steiner had counterattacked in World War II. Dude, this is crazy. I would love to see some more stuff here from Steiner, but I mean, Big D not moving the CV could have at least hit it here. I guess he's just flabbergasted by what's happening. And the ball takes Echo. I was hoping it'd be Bravo, because you get the alliteration in there. Fox moving forwards here, probably not going to survive the M60, although if it shoots it in the side, it might actually kill it. No, it went for the Stinger anyway. This, yeah, interesting decision. And now, what? No. Doesn't leave it. Come on. If you were trying hard here, what you do is you've secured this, right, and then you would put some infantry in here. But instead he, like, or you know, leave a couple units, put one here maybe. But instead he's just moved everybody, he's just Q-moved everybody. The F-16s, this is a new F-16, because the last one got wounded, so he's bought two F-16s now to protect the blob from, I don't know, cluster planes. AMX-30Bs being spammed out with Berlin light rifles to try and retake this zone, and Big D has noticed that, wait, there's nobody here. Because he didn't leave any units behind, he could have just left one unit behind, maybe the Kanj PZ, but he opted not to do that, and just, you know, he took this zone, and then he's just given it away. Tow Cobra's coming out now. Interesting choice. Regular Cobras, of course, have more Hydras. And now he's just fast pathing up here, and the supply unit's in front. Maybe the Milan... Yeah, the supply unit being effectively used there to soak up the Milan 2 shots. Really smart play from Steiner and his counterattack. And now the Pivads, the unarmoured vehicles, of course, going in front of the armoured tanks. Something's happening. I mean, it's just such a shame that he just gave this up. He took that zone and then he just gave it up. He could have just left a couple of units there, one or two units, man, and it would have, you know, one tank there, would have made such a difference. But he's gaming. Loses the CV tank. The P4 Milan nails the CV tank in one shot. Of course, 24 pen, only 10 armor on these tanks. And it looked like it was a back shot anyway, because now he's going this way. It's just like the German army, bro. This is indeed Steiner's counterattack. So, yeah, just big shame, big shame. I'm still upset about this. He could have just kept that zone, and now Big D just walks back in, no fight. Obviously, defending easier than attacking. So if you just left a guy in there, a couple of guys in there, put a bit of infantry in there, one less tow cobra, you know, a couple more infantry. And, you know, where's he going? Now he's going this way. Oh, I guess he's going to supply his units. He thinks they need supply. I mean, they're running out of fuel, I suppose. This Stinger's been spotted. That's not long for this world. Going on a jolly old jaunt. The tow cobra does get hit. And then Big D's like, well, maybe I should just keep going. And now he's just going down here. He's stalled out. What's he doing? Like, the CV was here. He could have, like, these weren't here. He could have taken this, held this tree line, but now he's back here. I mean, he's +4, but not for long, because all you got to do is buy a CV. Big D intelligently not buying a CV here, because he needs to take the ground back, but it's just a shame. It's just a shame to give that up. At least it gives me a chance to catch my breath. Nothing's happening now. So what has been accomplished? Steiner, with his great counterattack, took Echo, almost took Alpha, then sort of gave up, and then came back to resupply his units, which were mostly full health. All of them were full health apart from that toe cobra, which isn't even being healed. And now he's just taking a breather, buying some Kanj PZ, giving his enemy time to take the zones back. That wounded toe cobra went forwards, got hit by Stinger. Not the most intelligent thing ever. This guy will probably survive, yeah. Interesting. This might be the first fighting falcon, the one that got wounded, and Big D just sort of walking back here. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Although, here we go, the blob's on the move again. Kanj PZ used to be like 30 points. Pretty good unit at 30 points. At 50, it's a bit bad. I mean, look at that. 50 points for 3 armor. I mean, it's just like a bad IFE, essentially. Pivads with its 2 armor is able to resist a shot from the 15 pen gun. Keep in mind, this is a heat shell, so it doesn't matter how close it is, it will always deal the same damage. Whereas these guys get kinetic shells, APF, SDS, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And that means that the closer they get, the more damage they do. So he wants to close the ground, and that is what he's doing. He is closing the distance. That made an interesting sound. It sounded like it was exploding. Kanj PZ needs to get in front. The P4 Milans are doing a lot of work here. Would love to see... Well, I guess a helicopter's not such a good idea. And here you go. There's just no one here. So now this can just drive straight through and take that zone. Missed opportunity. Bradley CFV is being purchased now. How many Pivads are left? 5. Okay. 6. Can't count. Interesting. Very interesting. Harrier rocket coming out here with 2 fighting falcons. Isn't a smart purchase at all. This guy's gonna evac though, and Steiner not paying enough attention. Here we go, he's right-clicked it now. The P4 Milans went down, but he's losing his good tanks. The Kanj PZs are surviving because Big D's focusing the M60s. And you just can't do this against Berlin Command. I mean, this Stinger will kill all of those if it doesn't move. Just keep shooting. I mean, if it hits. Very interesting plays. And now he needs to run forwards and take out this Rover CP. But meanwhile, yeah, and then this is just going to drive into there. Taking the opportunity to not use the fast road. He wants to go slowly, apparently. Although, keep in mind that for some reason the French vehicles are 99 kilometers an hour off-road. That's completely sensible, right? Whereas the Humvee is 72, for example. The M35 is 54. But yeah, no, when they added France, they just made their vehicles 99. I don't know why. So yeah, it actually goes basically the same speed over the open terrain. Okay, now he's fumbling it. But it will work out for him because there's just nobody coming. He's just Steiner, very committed to his counter-attack. His tank counter-attack here. The Toe Cobra is going down, trying to 1v1 a Pivads. Does actually work. Well, okay, it was more like a 3v1, 3v2 because the Stinger was helping out. And Big D now on a +8. More M60s for Steiner. The Harrier, oh, he sees this. It can smoke. It'll have its smoke back. Okay, or I can just sit there and survive. Whoa. Hey, if these had landed, they'd be dead. At least this one would be. Sheridan there. And George Floyd taking the opportunity to stay in the air and avoid the crashed Harrier. Alright, here we go. This is what I'm all about. Just right-click, bro. No need for attack move. No need for efficient fire on units. Oh, he's even it's just a fucking command unit with 1 HP. 2 HP. Oh, man. And he sent these forward. What is he doing? Why is this over here? Yeah, I mean, this guy's low cohesion, so he's not going to hit anything. This guy's not really firing. These guys, his Kanj PZs are all missing. The supply helicopters doing God's work. All the AAs is over here for some reason. M60's finally arrived. Here we go. CV helicopter. This doesn't have any weapons. This does. So this could actually kill that. But it needs to be landed to cap the zone. And he's not going to see it unless he's in the air. Or he could land here, I suppose. NHPZ's still shooting. Keep in mind these only cost 90, so, and they're definitely more than twice as good as these. So I prefer the MX-30B. Of course, you do not get that option on 8th US. Very interesting way to play 8th US. I'm yet to see. I'm yet to see an A10 Thunderbolt. I'm yet to see. What else am I yet to see? Oh, what's he doing? He had so much momentum, and he just keeps stopping. Like, he could have taken that once again. But yeah, the Tow Cobras do get that P4 PC. You hate to see it. And this guy is landing, and this guy's going to kill him unless he's paying attention, which I don't know if he is. This is going to come across and take this back zone, but to what end? I mean, a Harrier can very easily clean this up, particularly if he lands there, because then the Abrams will just shoot it. That's why you sort of want to land here. Maybe you want to land here, really. You don't want to land there, because anything coming down this road with a gun's just going to shoot that. Oh, he's changed his mind! He's changed his mind! Where the Pivot's going? Pivot's sort of not in the blob. Very interesting behaviour. Meet Chieftain Mark 10 at Vet 1, interesting. I'm not so sure about that. 20 pen, of course, great, but Vet 1 means as soon as they get shot, because look at the rate of fire, 7, whereas this is 10 on the Meep. And, yeah, Tow Cobra goes down to what sounded like Stinger, would have been this guy. And now, yeah, he's just attack moving his command vehicle, and because of the M240s, yeah, he's just shooting. Let's see what the Pivads has to say about that. What? Oh, I see. It's showing the ground range, not the air range of the Gatling, so it looks like it's out of range, even though it's just definitely not, because the air range is twice the ground range. Bailed out. Not sure why Big D chose to bail out of his tank, and he's just come back. But nothing has changed. Like, what? I guess because this is up, maybe? I don't know. Very interesting. But this will just drive down here and just kill it immediately because of where he's putting it on the enemy reinforced route. It's pretty baller. Maybe he'll try sending it around here. But yeah, this will just recap it on its way through. No CV tank in here. +5 for Big D. Very exciting. Tow 2 should really mess this up, though. Interesting to see them miss, given that 68% accuracy. Yeah, he smoked too late there. You see the ATGM still got him. Just didn't smoke fast enough. And now he's attack moving over here. Sending the supply vehicle first to just scout enemy positions, I suppose. This is going to die to the Pivads on its way out. Surprised he went for that instead of just sending it over here. Although then maybe this Pivads would get it. He'd have to go like that. Obviously he doesn't see what we see. Bradley's left behind. And the blobs again. But if he doesn't do something, he's going to lose in 3 minutes. He finally bought some real tanks. M1A1 Abrams. This guy's got 5 rounds left, so he can definitely lower the cohesion. But he's not going to kill anything. The rifles, on the other hand, can kill things. They're law 80, which of course does not have the 21 pen, which would be required to kill a 7 front armor vehicle, like the Appalachian does, but there are no 7 front armor vehicles here, so it will kill this in 1 shot, and it'll kill this in 2. And was that a surrender, or was it 3 minutes? I was so engrossed in the game, I didn't... No, he surrendered. So yeah, interesting game. Steiner counter-attacking, getting the higher KD, just like he did in World War II. Like all the Verabus say, where we got that better KD. Doesn't matter if the enemy occupies your capital. So basically this match was essentially World War II. And yeah, really interesting. Steiner definitely could have won that if he had seized the initiative and not, you know, he gave up that left zone, he came into the middle zone, he could have taken it pretty easily, and then he just sort of chose not to, really wasted his momentum. Interesting game. So Steiner, oh, it actually does come up with his. I thought it'd just come up with me. So he's got about the same number of games as me. He's by no means a bad player, but if he keeps doing wacky stuff like that, then I guess that explains his rank. And then, yeah, for Big D, it just shows me. And you see I've got 800 games. Roughly the same as Steiner. well, okay, I've got about 100 more. We sadly cannot view Big D stats. So yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a comment. I like reading the comments, and yeah, GG.